bit about your interest in Coalhouse Fort and military history.
Well, we're both members of the Garrison, which is a World War II living history group, and it's basically a Royal Artillery reenactment. We are based primarily at Tilbury Fort, although some of our vehicles are kept here, and we have a troop of 4 25-pounder howitzers, which is the one that was used to fire the start of the race. We've fired at various military shows and have done various military salutes, including some for the British Army. And basically it's used as a sort of tribute to those who went before us in the Royal Artillery.
Yeah, I mainly do this to teach youngsters about the war, Second World War, although it does get on my nerves when they keep on asking me if I was actually in it, which I wasn't. But it does sort of bring home to them, you know, what actually people did for us, and some of the stories that the old boys tell me, like, I do appreciate what they've done for this country.
And the gun going off this morning, how much training does it take to be able to operate that gun?
You can normally pick it up within sort of half an hour, but obviously you have to have some of the experience.
There are strict safety rules governing the use of black powder, etc. And obviously safety factors are involved all the time, and quite rightly too. But, also bear in mind what Fred was saying about the youngsters. It's good when we go to some shows to get ex-gunners coming up to us saying, oh yeah, I used to fire these, and they want to know all about it. And it's always good to take them back a little bit, sit them on the gun, and sometimes they will show us little tricks that we didn't know about.
When I first started, one of the old boys come up and he said to me, he said, do you realise, he said, you're lucky, he said, you haven't been cut your fingers off, he said, when you loaded that gun. I said, why is that? He said, you put it in like that. He said, and when he closes the breech up, if you don't get your hand away quick enough, you know, you cut your finger off, you have to make a fist.
When you push that cartridge case in, you do it with a clenched fist.
Yeah, like,
to keep your fingers.
Yeah, I didn't realise that till he told me, because he'd had the experience.